Since they had gotten their start in the mid 2010s, the independent film studio known as A24 has really put out some pretty good flicks. Some were strange, some were weird, and some were really amazing and incredible. And I just finished watching one of their recent hit films, Civil War, which came out this past spring and is now streaming on Max. But is this recent hit film another a real surefire winner for the studio, which case it was, or is this one just due to be blown to kingdom come in an actual civil war? Find out in this spoiler-free review right now. Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. So, greetings, my fellow YouTubers, and welcome to Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. My name is Doyle, better known to you as the Big D, and this time around I bring to you a spoiler-free review of the 2024 dystopian thriller flick Civil War, released by A24, written and directed by Alex Garland, starring Kirsten Dunst, along with Wagner Moura, Cailee Spaeny, Stephen McKinley Henderson, Sonoya Mizuno, and Nick Offerman. The plot of the film follows a team of war journalists traveling from New York City to Washington, D.C. during a civil war fought across the U.S. between a despotic federal government and secessionist movements to interview the president before rebels take the capital city. This film made its premiere on at the South by Southwest Festival back in March of this year, and the following month, in April, it got released. And eventually became a big hit for the studio. Now, a civil war has engulfed the U.S., and authoritarian an authoritarian federal government led by a third-term president is embattled by secessionist movements. Despite the president claiming victory is imminent, it is widely expected that Washington, D.C. will soon be reached by the Western forces, led by Texas and California. After surviving a suicide bombing in New York City, jaded veteran war photographer Lee Smith and journalist colleague Joel meet with their mentor Sammy to share their plan to interview the isolated president. While trying to dissuade them from heading to the Capitol, Sammy joins them to reach the front line at Charlottesville, Virginia. The next morning, Lee finds Joel has allowed a young aspiring photojournalist whom Lee encountered at the bombing, Jesse Cullen, to join them. After departing, they stop at a gas station protected by armed men, and Jessie explores a nearby car wash where she finds the men torturing two alleged looters. And one of the guards follows Jessie, but Lee diffuses the situation by taking a photo of the man posing with his victims. Later, Jessie berates herself for being too scared to take photos. But that's now, and then of course they continue on their journey. They encounter all sorts of things. Definitely, well, going from encountering, well, a couple of foreign reporters and even a sniper battle leading them up to the WF base. But that's all the story I'm going to tell you. So now I'm going to give you my thoughts on Civil War. I will say this is a pretty good film, actually. I will admit that it's got what it takes to be pretty big and what have you. The film did pretty well for A24, going on to make $122 million worldwide against its $50 million budget, which of course is the studio's most expensive film to date. And this has become the studio's second highest grossing film, right behind Everything Everywhere All at Once. It also debuted at number one, becoming the studio's very first movie to top the box office and the widest R-rated release by an independent studio, as it opened at 25 million only higher than any other film A24 had, surpassing Hereditary. Anyway, Rotten Tomatoes has this as score 81%. Following the film's premiere at the South by Southwest Festival, they noted that critics called the film a gorgeously shot cautionary tale full of big ideas and a fantastic performance by Kirsten Dunst. But it may surprise some viewers. Critics praised the beauty and intensity of the dystopian drama, while knowing its potential for controversy and disappointment due to the effectiveness of its message. Now, the consensus at Rotten Tomatoes say it's tough and unsettling by design. The film is a gripping close-up look at the violent uncertainty of life in a nation in crisis. Metacritic has a score of 75. CinemaScore gave it a B minus grade. Screen Rant attributed the film's depiction of warfare and Garland's directorial choices, such as the use of handheld camera footage, as the reasons why its reception was positive. I think, yes, I agree. That was a big surprise. Handheld camera footage, incredible. The Hollywood Reporter gave the film positive reviews, saying, with the precision and length of its violent battle sequences, it's clear the film operates as a clarion call. Garland wrote the film in 2020 as he watched Cogs on America's self mythologizing exceptionalist machine turn propelling the nation to a nightmare. With this latest film, he sounds the alarm, wondering less about how a country walks blindly into its own destruction and more about what happens when it does. The New York Times echoed the sentiment, writing, rarely have I, the reviewer Manola Dargis, have I seen a movie that made me so acutely comfortable, well, uncomfortable actually, or watched an actor's face that, like Dunst, expressed a nation's soul sickness so vividly that it felt like an x ray. Some critics had mixed reactions. The Washington Post described the film as coldly, deliberately incurious about the combatants and the victims, and said the feels poetically deeply true, even when it's suggesting that humans are more apt to tear one apart, well, another, for petty grievances than over a sincere defense of some kind of principles. Deadline Hollywood offered negative comments courtesy of Valerie Complex, writing, the script's utilization of characters of color as conduits for brutality needed to be explored further. Ultimately, the film feels like a missed opportunity. The director's vision of a fractured America embroiled in conflict holds the potential for introspection on our current societal divisions. However, the film's execution, hampered by thin characterization, a lackluster narrative, and over reliance on spectacle over substance, left me disengaged. Well, that's understandable, but nevertheless, I found this film to be pretty interesting and what have you. Sure, it does have a few issues, though, but overall, I found the film to be pretty good. I liked the direction Alex Garland did use for this. Of course, he was well known for writing the story for the film 28 Days Later, plus a lot of other films. He had also worked on Ex Machina, which was also from A24, as well as Annihilation and Men. Not to be confused with A24's film, it's a different type of film. But I think, no way, I think it's the same thing, but it's more British. But he did a good job on this. The music by Ben Salisbury and Jeff Barrow they did a good job on that. Now, for our cast, I have to give credit for Kirsten Dunst, who I hadn't seen in years, Hasn't quite aged much, but I gotta say, she's really good as Lee Smith. She does an incredible job. Her first name is a reference to famed World War II photojournalist Lee Miller, as a matter of fact. Wagner Moura plays Joel, and I'm going to say he was good. Stephen McKinley Henderson played Sammy. He was good. Sonoya Mizuno plays Anya, a British reporter embedded with the Western forces advance on the capital. Was really good. Everyone else was very good, but I gotta give credit to the gal who played Jessie, which was young Cailee Spaeny. Now, I've seen this young lady before. Yes, she had recently played Priscilla Presley in Priscilla, which was a recent hit for A24 last year. And just more recently, she appeared in Alien Romulus, which, of course, you'll get a spoiler free review of that later on, as soon as it comes to Hulu, okay? So, with everything said, I think Civil War is a pretty good film, and I think it's got a good feel to it. So anyway, I think it had a good cast, and they're great with their performances. Great direction from Alex Garland, a pretty good score. Story's not too bad, and I especially like the atmosphere as well. So overall, I think Civil War is worth looking into. The film's available on physical media by Lionsgate, and the film is now available to stream on Max. So for my score, I'm gonna give Civil War 4 stars. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm gonna give it an 8.5. So, what did you think of Civil War? Let me know in the comments section below. If you like this video, click the like button, subscribe, and be a part of the Big D Nation. Continue to help support my channel, make it grow, and make the views grow. Tell all your friends about my channel and have them get them to know me. That could help make this channel grow as well. It's your it's you be the judge, okay? And it's up to y'all, okay? And stay tuned. Next time, I'll be giving you my Saturday morning TV log on the new Fantastic Four from 1978. So if you like this, check out these other films. In the upper left-hand corner, here's some other dystopian type films. In the upper left-hand corner is my review of The Hunger Games from 2012. The upper right-hand corner is my review of The Maze Runner from 2014. Or if you'd like something else that really kind of happens to America, but with weather, check out my review of The Day After Tomorrow from 2004. And the bottom right hand corner is a button you can click to subscribe. If you like rankings and reviews on movies, TV, music, video games, etc., then I'm your guy. Thank you for watching. Until next time, I'm the Big D saying, see ya.